This is myself. You see me? This is me. Hello. I'm in the. I'm currently using this very strange setup. Hello. You see my face? Hello, hello. Last night I had this dream. I mean, it wasn't even like last night. It was the whole fucking night. I had this dream. Now I'm from Houston, and I do know about my dreams being like the underworld, and I also know that the layout of the dreams is some sort of weird layout of Houston neighborhood, depending on what level of the underworld it is and my subconscious. Now, I had was renting a little place that was by the Washburn Tunnel, and this little place was a little. It was white, it was brick, and I had a roommate. It was the guy who always shows his picture, the love motions the binaural beat making guy. He's on there. I always see his face. That guy was staying with me. He and I had this little place, but he wasn't ever going to be there. He just needed a place for his stuff to be. So that was sort of it. And I was trying to get my ex back with me, and she was running amok everywhere. She was in Mississippi. She was in. It was crazy. Now in real life, I don't know where she is at. She's got one of those crazy existences where we didn't really have any closure, and she knows where I am, but yet she just not. She's the one sort of hiding, and I'm not sure. If she's found somebody to attach to correctly, and her family will help her do that, then that's what it is. If not, then I'm sure she still has a lot of problems, and they're just not gonna. I'm the fall guy. I get to be the fall guy because they got my kids and they have everything, and we got one little visit to see each other a couple years back, and after that she wouldn't talk anymore, and cut off my means to talk to my son on the whatever app we had, and and they drastically reduce the aid and assist if she anything me. So there, you know, and I never I've always figured that she wouldn't do me as dirty as she did, and she has done me dirty, and whatever. I don't have to do her dirty, but I'm not saying anything bad about her. What I'm saying is I worry about her and I love her and I miss her, and I don't know where she's at. And there now, so that's a problem. That's a festering sort of wound, that one has in their soul. So I'm trying to get her back in my dream because that's like how I feel in the real world too. Except I've got this job, and it was like I worked one day and I had like enough money for the rest of the life is what it felt like. And to get back up there, it was a giant palace, and in the very middle of this palace was the sheet metal shop, which they didn't have fully all the way ready because they had some like monster killing people. That was one part of the dream. Like it was like everybody was like running around trying to hide behind like crates, and this thing was just tearing shit up, eating people. And people were taking. They had like little fish egg looking things. They were taking them like it was souls, and they were all cornered up like how the Christians look when they're in the Colosseum and they let the lions out. It was madness, dude. I really don't know what to think about that. And then that was over. Like the last thing was like I crawled behind some some wire mesh thing that I felt very, and like I could look out and I could see like a guy with a hard hat and a hammer, like he was chasing me. But I had looked and saw a woman crawling back there, and then I was crawling. So I had the mixed feeling like if I was going to be raped, like I'm the woman by the guy. It was a very weird, like brief moment like that. So the dream is just inundated with this weirdness like that. And, you know, it was like to get back to work, it was so far and up, like literally. Like to drive there, you'd have to. When I woke up, I watched a show. It was briefly talking. It showed these gravity trains. These gravity trains were in these vacuum tubes going underground, and then they would shoot them out into space. And that's pretty much exactly how you'd have to get to work because it was so high up. Like I was walking around this palace, and like I guess the daughter of the company, was a friend of mine, and just seeing this beautiful like princess, going, walking around, it was just so fucking weird. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. I don't know. Today in my life, this is like a day. This is normally like I've gone to rehab. I put myself in rehab years ago on this day. I think in 2010, like 9 years ago, I went to rehab on this day. This month is generally pretty devastating for me. Usually, I've gone to jail at this time. I've had a lot of crazy shit happen to me. I really have. Uh, and like right now, I feel okay, but I'm still shaken up. Like I feel like I'm very shaken up by these things, but I'm not letting them bother me. But how it reels itself in and reels itself out is very odd. Like I have no illusion about having the divine spark and all the abilities of creation. I continually have this experience of going all the way to the top of heaven and then all the way to the bottom of hell, and it plays itself out in the dream and some other shit. But I really just wanted to express it because, like, I don't know, maybe it's the full moon. That's part of it. But wow. I mean, I can't get over this dream because there was just so much stuff going on, and part of it was the succubus thing because I think there was one brief moment of I had sex with my ex, who I don't really get the succubus thing from other than the marriage. You know what I mean? It was like as if she was able to get me in the dream. So that stands out because I'm still very worried about her. And if she pierced through, and I had sex with her in my dream last night, which I did in the shower, and there was really no, then there's something to that. And I just wanted to capture it and not let it that go without making some sort of accounting for it. So that's my video.